So, hello. Hello, I'm aLex Levin, and we're here to get still, to notice, to meditate. We're here for close encounters. Ooh, got a close encounter happening here. Dog and cat, the two who are not as easily close, are that's great. It's exactly for my theme. One of the cats has an easier relationship with the dog. Hmm, perfectly lined up. So thanks for being here. Where this is Sun and Moon at Yoga Studios YouTube portal presence. And the first part, I'll talk a little bit about my theme to introduce us, to focus us, and then we'll move a little bit. And actually, I'll be inviting you to come to a reclining position, laying down. So please go ahead and do that now, if you like, as you listen to my ideas to inspire us. So, yeah, after that little bit, and then we'll do some little movements, and then we'll be still in what's called meditation, silence, stillness for a time, just to be with ourselves, be in presence. So, sitting or laying down as you join me now, I'm especially thinking today of that place that's present only here in each moment, and it's gone as each moment passes, is how we meet what arrives for us. It's fleeting. It's so fast, and sometimes it can feel longer, especially as we're still or quiet or centered, and especially as we find that perspective of presence, of awareness. And what I'll be inviting us to do, and it happens, why I'm very interested in the slow and small movement, is that when we purposely kind of slow ourselves down, and yet still we're still attending to either breath or movement and things that are changing, really gives us an opportunity to um, sense that part of us that's unchanging, that's always observing what's happening, and get more and more familiar with it and more confident that it's always here. So, in a sense, that encounter is always close, is always very intimate. But whether it's our thoughts or our um, physical experience, our emotional experience, sounds, physical sensations, those things come to us, and oftentimes we don't notice how it is, how we're meeting. Like when we come to the front door. Um, Maybe you have this happen to you, where you have people who are asking for donations or looking to sell something or make improvements on your apartment or your home come to the door, and often at inopportune moments. And I've been watching how, and then I have a dog who's barking, so I'm watching how I'm juggling all that, and how what's the energy I bring, what is the attitude I bring, what's the kind of gestures, the words I say. So, in a sense, that's what we'll be watching today, and that's what we always get to watch, especially when we sit in meditation and our intent is to be still, be silent, and to be that welcoming presence for all that comes and goes. So, with that preamble, please go ahead and lie down on your back. I'm going to grab a tissue. My eyes are watering again. Oops, out of tissues. All right. I'll make do with my sleeve. Hi, Mary Beth. Glad to see you back with us again. And thank you. Hello to those of you who are here later. I believe sometimes Anne Catherine and Kevin join us. Sandra Clark sometimes joins me, sometimes Linda joins us, sometimes Virginia's here with us or joins us later. I love hearing from you. If you would like to send me a note or let me know what's going on with your practice, you can send it just to questions@sunandmoonstudio.com. It'll get to me if you say to forward it to me. So laying on your back, lie down and just spread out like a corpse pose in yoga, arms out to your sides, palms up if that's comfortable. Hands could be on your body, elbows bent. Something under your knees if you like, or your legs straight and the legs legs and feet a little bit apart. Either one of those is fine. And just let yourself arrive. Let yourself feel and relax into gravity. It occurs to me if you're depending on the space you're in, if you are sitting in a chair or in a easy chair or on a couch, let yourself just be there and relax into the support underneath you, the ground. Sense your breath. And this is a fabulous thing to do from time to time if you have the luxury through the day or maybe just once for a few minutes to just more and more be like a soft animal that trusts you and lets you hold it and relaxes its body fully into your arms. Be that soft animal and let the earth or the chair, the floor hold you. And just here, you can be slightly aware of that background observer, that's that observation of capital P presence that's always, always here. It's neutral. It does not exclude anything. It is the ultimate all-inclusive presence. You might be, as we allow ourselves to be held, if we become vulnerable like that, in a sense, it's a great vulnerability and some courage to really let down like this, to let down our guard, to let down our whatever physical and emotional defenses are present when we just be on the ground like this. Let the to-do list wait. Let ourselves be held. Then we start to see and feel more of the areas. It's almost like that capital P presence starts to sense, or that allowing that we do, and then into that capital B presence just more opens and we feel it. Either we feel it holding and then we consciously sort of give it a permission, or, or it just starts to happen. That's what I notice. See what you notice. And the breath. Just notice how the breath is in its where it is, where you sense it touching in the body, where it touches and kind of has a domino effect as it pushes, as it comes in lungs, to diaphragm, to belly, to shoulders, to hips, to low back, perhaps. Notice the length of the breath, how long or short each of the in breaths and out breaths are, and perhaps pauses between those. And then the qualities, whether there's a spaciousness, whether sort of the shapes and qualities of the breath. Perhaps if your breath feels shallow, or perhaps it feels like as you lay down and start to relax parts of your body that the breath becomes deeper. But also as we relax more and we're quiet, the breath may become shallower. So there's no judgment or there's no right way it's appearing. And in that non-judging mode, in that topic, kind of sense for a moment again that background, but right here, intimate, always present, capital A awareness, interchanging that with the capital P presence that's observing all of it. And that capital A awareness, you might have a sense of location to it, even though it's everywhere, boundless. But it might feel like it's kind of behind you or above you. Maybe it feels like it's coming from inside you. So we're using the tool of our attention. I'm taking it to various places. And this attention, which I often refer to as our what I think is our most potent tool, our most precious tool. And we can learn to be more aware, more conscious of what we are, where we're, how we're using it, how we're, uh, where we're placing it. Because sometimes it sort of just goes in the ruts, the places it's easier to go to, or that's more, for some reason, to our nervous system grabs us. So it's very valuable to be able to shift. All right, so now from this reclining position, if you feel your heels on the ground, if you place something under your knees and your heels are lifted, if you can s- somehow make that a smaller roll so that the heels are touching. And begin now just to flex your ankles from kind of rocking on the heels, kind of briskly. So I'm mimicking that with my hands as if I put the heels of my hands on the little table in front of me here. And so the toes come towards you and then drop back away. So the toward you is the action, and then you just relax. Toes towards you, relax, toes towards you. It can go fast. In fact, usually I'm encouraging slow, but this one is good to do fast. It's like quick sweeping. And it's sending a jiggle through your whole body. Sometimes, what have I called this? Um, Sloshing. There was a yoga teacher whose practice I found on TV many years ago when cable was just new. And Krista Ripon, I think was her name, who was already combining Feldenkrais with yoga. And it's a very somatic movement. She called it sloshing. And I've heard it referred to in other in reference with chi. Okay, let it go. Just stop now. And so while you were doing that, I was chatting and I was sort of introducing this movement. Maybe it's familiar to you, maybe not. Let's do it for a few moments again. And this time, just observe how you're receiving it. What's happening? Are you kind of still navigating or figuring out how to do the movement? How are you receiving what the body feels? Are there thoughts that are narrating or commenting, uh, evaluating, or jumping to something else? And then let it go again. And notice here in the stillness after the movement, how does this boundless capital P presence entertain all that comes through? And maybe it's just a pretty simple, quiet, closer to nothingness feeling. Whatever it is, how is that observing presence here with whatever it is that's present for you, with the object of its observing? And now another little action that we've often done together is a movement of the eyes. Keep your eyes closed. If they were open, close them. Roll the eyes up toward the 12 on the eye clock and just slowly begin a few large, they don't have to be too large, circles with the eyes. Both eyes going together in the same direction. I think you can do movements with the eyes in different directions. I didn't think that was possible for most of us, but actually now that I've played with it a little, maybe it is. And as you do these slow circles, just be noticing we were looking for always in these movements to find a harmonious, light, easy, smooth. And when I move my eyes like this, there are often little places where there's a jog or a hitch. And just see how what you choose to do, how you react at those possible obstacles. Pause somewhere in your circle, doesn't can be anywhere on the clock, and then reverse the circle, large, same thing in the other direction. Slowly breathing relaxedly and just seeing these how the arc can be as smooth as possible, but also seeing what's your response to your own activity and to whatever happens during that activity. Okay, let it go. And then in the non-activity, in the quiet stillness, notice the feel of yourself, your whole self. So this capital P presence is already the integration of everything as it is right here. And your choice, you may feel already that you've dropped into a deep stillness, and you may just want to stay where you are for a reclining meditation for the next about 7 minutes, maybe 5, 6 minutes. Or you can transition gently to a seated position. And when you transition, if you choose to sit, then just do what you need to arrange your position. And let's move into the meditation portion that we've already warmed up for. We're already well into it. In these first moments, you may just do any little refinements of position, especially if you've changed to seated, and then let it go and just relax into it. And as we go on this journey together, simply being, simply receiving, observing, the what comes and goes, and the sense of our own presence, the very intimate sense of that capital P presence. And perhaps with a lightheartedness and even allowing room for joy. And if you find either your mind taking a trip that is counter to what we're intending here, or your body, as my head just moved to look at my two animals in close encounter. See how you encounter that. And can we just let it go? Forgive the foray. And just enjoying the journey. Sometimes letting soft attention be more with the capital P presence, as if that's in the foreground, and all that changes, the breath, sounds, movements within and around, those be in the background. And if in this short meditative journey together you've encountered something difficult, an emotion, a physical sensation, or just your relationship to this practice, just observing and giving some space and some inquiry into what could this relationship be like? What does it want from me? I'm separating out the thing that is happening, the issue, and that observing sense, and realizing there's, in a sense, there's these two, and they can learn from each other in a way. So how do we allow it to be? And if you're having a wonderful journey, there might be a commentary on that too. So how do we allow that to be? So the bell, the transition. And so as we transition, we're definitely, especially if you move right into some activity, we definitely go into different kind of mind state, different brain patterns get engaged, enlivened, but we can always bring in as just a quick memory, quick reminder. And those, as we practice this, this becomes more of our um, more available to us, that we are sensing that capital P presence that often is more in the background, but is always here. And even in ways like in conversation, some conversations are quick, and it's a different dynamic going on, and there's a fun to that. And but sometimes, especially with topics that are more have more gravitas, and as we listen, really want to listen to each other, to allow those uh, uncomfortable pauses, to allow those. And I'm starting to see how, especially like when somebody is a good listener for me, and I so appreciate it, so appreciate it, how they really don't respond for a while. They're attentive, they're with me, they're absolutely with me, but they give me more space to express, to reframe, to feel that how safe I am to maybe say something that's more vulnerable, or to allow for that edge of what's not known yet. So I bow to you. I bow to my own heart and let that inform me as I go on through the day. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to next time. Always a wonderful portal here. And if you happen to be available, oh, I guess I do it also both remotely and I mean Zoom and also on um, in person. Can join me for meditative movements on Thursdays. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Mary Beth, for being here. So wonderful to be here together. And let me show you the close encounter that's happening right here. There they are, Rock and Max. Thank you. Have a great day, great week.